They built 66 houses on my land, not by mistake, but by design, and they thought I wouldn't notice until I walked into federal court with my grandfather's deed. My name is Dakota Flint, 47 years old, structural engineer, quiet by nature. Today, I'm driving my old Silverado through northern Colorado to see the land my grandfather left me. 47 acres of pines and quiet that I thought would be mine forever. When I arrived, I expected the wind whispering through the pines. Instead, I saw streets, driveways, and families unloading furniture. My forest was gone. In its place, Ridgeline Heights, a modern suburban neighborhood. At the gate, a guard stopped me. "Residents only," he said. I showed him the deed. He laughed. "Sure, and I'm Elon Musk," he said. I didn't get past him. Then she arrived, Cassandra Whitmore. Crisp linen clothes, perfect hair, that glossy confidence only money can buy. She barely looked at me before mocking my claim. She scanned me, my boots, my jacket, my oil-stained hands, and smiled like I was a stray puppy. "Looking for construction work?" she asked. I told her the land belonged to me. She laughed and mentioned adverse possession. She pulled out her phone, snapped a photo of my license plate. "Just in case you decide to vandalize anything," she said. The smell of diesel mixed with fresh concrete, hammering, echoing like a countdown. That night, I spread Grandpa's ledgers across the table. Deeds, tax receipts, survey maps. Cassandra had mocked me, but she just handed me the evidence I needed. The next morning, I called her attorney. They offered $15,000 to give up the land. I laughed and hung up. I needed someone stronger. Lydia Chen, a lawyer who had beaten a railroad company. Lydia didn't waste words. Her office smelled of lemon polish and leather. I laid out the evidence. She studied it carefully and said, "Colorado law protects me. Their claim is dead on arrival." Her plan surprised me. Let them finish building. Then, when the homes are done, we go to court. I don't just own land. I own 96 houses. Brutal, strategic, perfect. I spent the next few weeks watching them work, pretending to be a curious neighbor. Every nail driven, every wall raised felt like a countdown to my victory. Cassandra had underestimated me, and I was patient. I walked the edges of my land, measuring, taking notes. The houses sat on my property like unwanted intruders, yet everything was in plain sight. Taxes paid, ownership clear. I was ready. Cassandra drove by daily, checking the work. She never looked at me directly, but I knew she sensed a storm coming. Her perfect confidence hid a flicker of worry. Every photo, every document, every receipt, I kept them organized. If this went to court, there would be no question. My grandfather's legacy, my land, my rights. Lydia told me to be patient. Let them finish, then move in for the legal strike. I didn't fully trust the calm in her voice, but her plan made sense. Strike when the stakes were highest. Weeks passed. The neighborhood rose like a tide. Walls, roofs, driveways, families moved in. Bright curtains, parked cars, laughter. My land filled with strangers' lives. But I stayed focused. My time would come. One morning, a resident waved at me curiously. "Do you live here?" she asked. I smiled faintly. Not yet. But soon, all of this would be mine. Cassandra finally noticed me standing near the houses. Her smile was tight now. No words, just a glance that said she knew I hadn't gone anywhere.
I was a patient shadow. I organized everything for court. Receipts, photos, maps, records. Lydia assured me every detail mattered. By the time we moved, there would be no question who owned this land. The houses were finished. Families settled in. Bright curtains fluttered. Children played. Cars came and went. But under all this normalcy, my claim was unstoppable. The land, my grandfather's legacy, was ready to return to me.